Good afternoon everyone, Mick from Beautiful Bikers coming at you live from the depths of rural Surrey, here in the man cave, well the garage really, but the home of my beast acquired in October last year, the BMW F900XR. Now whilst we've prattled on about Yamaha Tenerés, GS's, Ducatis recently, we haven't really gone over or talked about my bike, which I like very much, very pleased with it. I've got a major addition to it this afternoon, which I'm going to do a bit of Farkling, so we'll come to that in a minute. But what I thought I would do first of all is just to take you through the machine and show you the little modifications I've made to it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here it is in all its glory, the BMW F900XR, my new machine since October last year. I ordered the red sporty one. It's the TE version, which comes with a few added extras as standard, and I think it's the pumpy uppy suspension fittings, the quick shifter, various other bits and pieces on it. It comes with a sat nav. That's my Navigator 6. The sat nav mount actually came affixed to the bracketry here, which to my mind was a bit dangerous, so I've switched that to the overhead mount. I've got a Hornig bracket which fits on here and down behind the headstock there. Another addition, recent addition, made by the guys from Cymarc, is the new security bracket for the TFT screen. Now it turns out that apparently these screens are worth about £1,200 and can literally be ripped off in a matter of seconds because they're only held on with 3 sort of rubbery screw type things. But the guys at Cymarc, they make quite a few different versions of these for BMWs, and I'm sure they might do other bikes as well, I'm not sure. But as I say, the bracket now, the TFT screen is secured by this bracket, anti-theft bracket. It won't really stop people if they determine and want it, but it'll certainly put them off if they want to grab it quickly. Another thing I did was to put some bar risers on, some Touratech ones, just for comfort really, but then I realised that what I could also do was fit a USB switch, or socket rather should I say, just get it off, which it runs direct off the battery. Before we get some comments that yes, I know it draws a current off the battery when it's not being used, but it spends all its life plugged into a Optimate whilst here in the garage. I've also got a quad lock for the phone. I find the phone stuff really useful. There's some apps I use for satellite navigation in conjunction with that, really quite good. I've also got changed the screen, so this is a Puig screen, slightly bigger than the sport one, but not too big. As you can see, the styling of the front is slightly different to the stock one, but as I say, I find that works well, hardly any buffeting. So going around the bike, you'll see electric key start, which is brilliant, and it also, as standard, it works the petrol cap, so that's keyless as well. This particular bike came with a comfy saddle. There are issues with stock saddles which are bloody painful at times, but this seems to be quite comfortable, and Mrs. P, who goes on the back, she hasn't got any complaints with it either. You notice that I've taken the pannier fixings off. I'm not one for panniers, never really like them. If I go away, I'll just use roll bags strapped on the back. So you ask, what are you going to strap them to? Well, I actually bought, rather than the stock BMW one, this little beauty, which is a Hepco and Becker It's just a carrying rack really, just to put a bag. It literally fits on, and that one of the reasons why I had to remove the pannier racks, because they fit on to where the pannier racks screw to under there. So really that's what you'll end up with. I'll put a picture or add a picture when it's what it looks like after, to give you some idea. Other than that, I've got a major modification, like I say, I wanted to do this afternoon, which I'm going to come to in a minute. But aside that, that's really the bike. I've got the, there's one more thing that I have, which some of you might find useful. Tank bags. So I had a big Jilly tank bag on my previous bike, the KTM, and this time I've swapped to a Motec. This is a Motec Engage, and if you like, you can see how it fits the profile of the tank really quite well. As I say, it's nothing really to put your bits and pieces in. Got a puncture repair kit, bits and pieces in there. So like I say, I think it fits in well with a bike. Not too big, not too small. So like I say, I'll come to my major modification now. So you join me down at ground level here, open the box. So yeah, this is it. This is what I want to put on today. This Akrapovic. Apparently I was saying it wrong. I was saying Akrapovic. It's Akrapovic. This beautiful carbon end tailpipe. Really quite impressed of how it's come with all the bits and pieces in a bag, and as I say, for the extra. With this, it didn't come with a baffle, so a baffle was extra I had to buy for road use here, and also this little thing here, which replaces the exhaust guard on here. I'm not sure whether or not this was worth 70 quid, but in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm not going to bore you with fitting the exhaust. Plenty of those on YouTube if you want to see it. So as I say, it'll be I'll do halfway through and at the end. Okay, here we go. So if we have a good look at the existing setup, you've got to see the silencer, which to be perfectly honest isn't objectionable, but I have to say when you look at it close, not very well made. So yeah, there's the existing setup. That's what I'm going to replace, the exhaust guard here with that 70 quid addition, and as I say, all this will be coming off. Okay, phase one complete. Old unit dropped. Wasn't too bad. As I say, just a couple of bolts under here by the foot pegs, and a bracket around the header pipe there. Also looped onto a couple of lugs up there, but as I say, old unit off. Interestingly, and what's really got on my tits with this bike, it comes with this data tracker alarm thing, and it has the facility to disable any sort of sensors it's got on it. So prior to this, I started with disabling all the movement sensors, saying that it was in the garage and that I was with it. So I haven't got the key with it, but as I say, I've had 2 warnings already from the alarm company that the bike has been moved, which in essence is good, but according to the app, I've told it to be disabled. But anyway, I'll go and get the key now to save any more farting about. But anyway, phase one complete. So phase two is assembling the new unit. Job complete. I would say all in all about an hour, fiddling about, but the finished article looks very nice indeed, which I'll show you now in a minute. I just want to show you what I've taken off. So that's the old fittings that we took off. As you can see, there's the main box connected to the pipe. Akrapovic should I say, actually give you a new bracket to put on, which is bolted onto the box. So that's on there. This is the old one that came off. They actually give you the rubbers as well, so there's new rubbers. That's the bracket that came off, a new one's gone on, and that's the little chrome thing, the exhaust protector or heat cover that came off. So that's the old stuff, and now wait for it, fanfare, this is the new stuff fitted, and how nice it looks. As you can see, I bought the baffle on it. There's the new box under there, and I suppose in a way it just finishes off nicely the old Akrapovic exhaust heater cover. So all in all, extremely pleased. The stuff that came from Akrapovic was very good, although I have to say, you can see the bench here covered in tools. There was one bolt missing from the kit, which was one of the, you can see I went by the instructions, one of these bolts here that hold on the bracket that holds on the actual tailpipe. One of these bolts was missing from the kit, but fortunately I had one hanging about, so that was no sweat. But other than that, really pleased with it, and shall fire it up shortly. So overall, quite impressed. As I say, I'm not really fussed about the extra little bit of power that it's going to give, but the sound's certainly nice, and like I say, it really does, to me, enhance the look of the bike. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. All the best.